Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jasmine. It's been a very long time since I uploaded anything over here on YouTube and I'm very excited for today's video. I did sit down to film this video probably about 5 times and every single time I wasn't happy with it. Hence why we're now in the middle of January and this isn't being uploaded the beginning of January like I had planned. I still really wanted to sit down and film a news intentions video for you all here on YouTube because I really love YouTube. I have missed uploading. I think the last time I uploaded was when I was in Mauritius, so probably around August last year, which is crazy. But I'm very excited to be back, and one of my intentions is to be more active over here on YouTube, so I thought why not still film this video anyways and get it up for you all because it's not too late to set your intentions if you haven't done so already. I do have my intentions written down on my phone, so if you see me looking down at my phone at all, it's just me referring down for that reason. I also want to start off by saying that you definitely don't need to set goals and intentions, and if that's not for you, that's completely okay, and this video probably isn't for you and you can just come back to my next video. If you are about setting intentions and goals, then stick around because this video is probably for you. And I want to start off by saying that I am looking at having a more softer approach to my goals or intentions this year, and I'm looking at them as intentions and things that I look to develop throughout the year, not something that will necessarily happen in the first month or two of the year. So we'll just get straight into it. My first intention is something that probably seems a little bit cliche, but that's just to speak kinder to myself and to give myself the same grace and patience that I find I give literally everybody else. So I know it may seem super cliche, but I'm just trying to work on being more kind to myself and speaking to myself with more kindness, giving myself more patience, allowing myself more patience and more space to just be myself and treat myself with the same kindness that I give other people. My next intention is to have more structure in my morning and evening routine. While I do have quite a structured morning routine, I'm definitely working on still fine-tuning that, and I definitely want to incorporate a more structured evening routine, which is something that I have been working out throughout the month of January. For example, doing more journaling, more stretching, less screen time before bed. I still haven't found something that 100% works for me, but I'm still working around that. Something I've been doing for my morning routine is not waking up at the same time every morning, which is something that I have done for quite a while now, but in terms of waking up at the same time each morning. But I've been listening to my body a whole lot more, and on days where I don't really want to wake up super early, I won't, and I'll just wake up without an alarm. Mind you, I do generally tend to wake up quite early, so for me it might be more like a 6:30 wake up than a 5 a.m, but I just find that sleep is super important, and if I, for example, can't fall asleep the night before or just need more sleep, listening to my body in that sense has been amazing. And while we're on the topic of kind of listening to my body a bit more, I've also set the intention to include regular movement into my daily routine, but not make it so structured in the sense where I might not, be hitting my 10,000 steps a day goal like I used to, but I will be more active and I might just be walking around, to go get a smoothie or something like that, and not necessarily having to hit a specific goal, but just aim for more movement and movement that feels good for my body. And all of these kind of, I feel like, flow into one another, but I am definitely working on lowering my cortisol levels this year and managing my hormones better, and I feel like that all ties into listening to my body more. And also I've started cycle syncing, which is managing and syncing my 4 menstrual cycles with what I eat and workouts that I do and kind of just my day-to-day life. And I feel so amazing for it. I can't believe that I kind of was just in the dark about cycle syncing. I definitely heard of it, but I didn't really know what it entailed, and it was when I started researching more on how to lower my cortisol levels, how to manage my hormones better, that I really worked out that if you are a female and get a period, or even if you don't get a period, syncing your life to your 4 phases is super, super helpful. So your 4 cycles or your 4 phases are your menstrual cycle, your follicular cycle, your ovulation, and then your luteal, which is kind of, well, for me anyways, my longest phase, which then leads back into menstruation. And I find that in my luteal and menstrual phases, I definitely have a whole lot less energy, so listening to my body in that sense might just be going for a walk and doing more gentle yoga, not having caffeine, swapping that out for matcha or herbal tea, and then more in my follicular and ovulation phase, I definitely find that I have a whole lot more energy and I'm open to trying new things, and I do have caffeine in that phase of my cycle and I feel great. When I do have caffeine now, I make sure that I'm not having it on an empty stomach, and I'm also having breakfast within 60 to 90 minutes of waking up, or kind of just more listening to my hunger cues, because there was a large period of time, almost all of last year, I found that I thought that I wasn't hungry in the mornings. I was going and I was doing workouts, for example, high intensity workouts like spin classes even. I wasn't eating and I was really, really pushing up my cortisol levels and just stressing out my body. I hadn't had anything to eat. I was having coffee on an empty stomach. I was like, why am I feeling so crappy all the time? And I definitely think that had a large part to do with it. So now I'm making sure that I'm not having coffee on an empty stomach, and I'm listening to my body a whole lot more and working out with my cycles. So I'm currently in my follicular phase, so doing more high intensity workouts like spin classes and all that are beneficial, and make me feel good. But when I'm more in my second phase of my luteal cycle or even my menstruation, I don't feel like doing anything like that, and that is completely fine. And I just feel so much more in sync with my body and a lot more intuitive, which is just incredible. My next intention is to find a hobby and become really, really passionate about it and really just delve completely into it. So for me, last year I found that I found my love for reading again after a really long time. I think I've touched on that on other YouTube videos, but I really want to take it just that step further this year. And in terms of reading, not only do I want to be reading a lot, but also writing that down and doing little reviews for the end of each book that I read. So I think I've only finished 3 or 4 books this year, and I haven't done this yet, but I really want to, and I will start a little book journal. I think that's what you call them. I've seen them on YouTube and TikTok, where it's just like a plain piece of paper and you kind of, draw little pictures, you write your review, give it, out of 5 stars or whatever, give you a little rating and just make it look really cutesy and make a complete hobby out of it. So that's something that I'm going to start doing. I'm actually going to Kmart today to get some new beauty blenders, so I might see if they have any cute little journals in there that I can pick up as well. But yeah, just really giving myself the space to be creative. There was a long period of time in my life where I thought that I wasn't creative, but tapping into my creative side is something that I love doing, and kind of just realizing that I am a creative person has been amazing. And yeah, I think that would be a really fun hobby for me to start this year. Additionally, I've started a PDF document writing down all my favorite recipes, because I find that I come across so many amazing, delicious recipes. I'll cook them for a while and then they kind of, I find new ones and then cycle through those and kind of forget about all the other amazing recipes that I have come across. What I've started doing is collecting all of my recipes, putting them into one spot, organizing it in terms of breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, dessert, and then at the moment it's just a plain white PDF, but I really want to put it into Notion or Canva and make it look really cutesy, and then print them out and put them into a plastic sleeve folder so I can flick through them, add to it, that kind of stuff. And I find that Woolies and Coles and stuff and just random little magazines that I pick up have some of the best recipes in them as well. So I've started keeping those so that I can put them into my little plastic folder as well. Yeah, I do have a bunch of other career, travel, financial goals as well. I won't go through all of those in this video, but in terms of travel, I will mention that Liam and I are going over to Japan in a few weeks, and I'm so excited. So filming this right now, it is the 23rd of January and we leave mid-February for 2 weeks. So we're going to Tokyo and Nozawa, I think that's how you pronounce it. I've never been to Japan. I'm very excited. Liam's been a few times. I think this might be his third or fourth time. But I'm so excited to ski. I've seen the snow once when I was 5. And I've never seen, international snow or anything like that. But I'm so excited to go to Tokyo. We're going to go to Disneyland, all that fun stuff. And also in the little ski village that we're staying at, they have a new little vegan cafe that just opened up. Liam's dad was telling me, and they also have a really cutesy little yoga studio that you can go to, like before or after you ski. I was looking at it the other day. It looks so fun. That's the little yoga studio that they have inside. It just looks so beautiful. I cannot wait. I actually need to organise a bit more around Japan trip as well. But I do have some other travel goals as well. But for right now, Japan is our priority, and we're very, very excited to be going in, I think it's just under 3 weeks. But that is all for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed. And if you stuck around and watched this long, thank you so much. I will see you in my next video.